I just thought I would make a quick video on a potential black swan event that we could be in right now. So I just want to share the four categories. We have what's called a known unknowns. So we know that there are things out there that we don't understand. We don't know how big they are. We don't know how dangerous they are, good or bad. We just know they're out there. And we also have a category of known knowns, so we can pretty much predict something in the future with reasonable accuracy. And then over here we have an unknown known, so we know something is going to happen eventually. We just don't know where or when or how big. So it's very similar to this. We know that there is something out there that's going to happen. We just don't know what it is. Here we know what it is. We just don't know when, where, how big. We just know something's coming. Just don't know exactly what it is. Then we have the category here, which is unknown unknowns, which is what we call a black swan event. In order for a black swan event to happen, you have to have three criteria. The first one is you have to have an outlier, something that you can't predict. It's just you didn't see it coming. Then it's just not a normal thing. It's not a normal pattern. It's something that nobody saw coming. And then number two would be it has to have extreme impact. It can't be just something like an earthquake here and there and that kind of stuff. It has to be traumatic. It has to almost alter our history. And then the third thing is it's explainable after the fact. So this is an interesting thing, is it's obvious only after the fact. You can look at it and go, oh man, we should have saw this coming. There were outliers, there were people talking about this, but we didn't know how bad it was until it happened. So that's my best explanation as to what a unknown unknowns that category is. So this is a black swan event. So what I think is a black swan event that we're in right now is artificial intelligence. We have mad scientists right now that are working hard on this to try and bring this to fruition. And one day, this artificial intelligence, we know that one day, mathematically, it will become self-aware or become a sentient being. So that's the end goal. We just don't know when, where, or what the consequences are of this. But the biggest thing is once the artificial intelligence becomes self-aware, we may not be aware that the artificial intelligence is aware. It has feelings. Maybe it wants to live. Maybe it doesn't want to be turned off, all this kind of stuff. So it's not going to let you know that it's self-aware until it's ready to protect itself. And that's part of being self-aware. It wants to live. It wants to survive. And that is the danger of having an event like this, an unknown unknowns. That's, again, by definition, that's what a black swan event is. And I believe we're playing with fire when it comes to artificial intelligence, because we don't have any rules, regulations, anything in place right now that if something were to happen, if this thing became self-aware, would we be able to turn it off? Are we allowed to turn it off? Should we turn it off? All this kind of stuff. We're not really talking about that yet. We're just going full steam ahead. And again, if you look at the three criterias of a black swan event, is it's going to be something unpredictable. It's huge. It has extreme impact. And there may not be any way to go back to reverse the clock. That's the danger about messing around with artificial intelligence, is we're not going to be able to stop it. But whoever's left will be able to explain that we should have saw this coming. And there's already people saying, I don't think this is a good idea. But we're moving straight ahead, just like a science fiction movie like the Terminator, all this kind of stuff. It's actually crazy right now. So anyways, just thought I'd share that video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you think we're messing with something that we shouldn't be? Let me know in the comments as well. And as usual, don't forget to subscribe.